Leading by way of influence and responding to responsibility. That's one definition that's out there. Everything that you said is true. Now, in our everyday lives, not just at home, not just at our jobs, but even here at the church, I believe that everybody has the ability to accomplish this and does this without even knowing it. Leadership is a mindset. It's optional. It's whether or not you view yourself as a leader. And understanding the source, the power from which we came, tells us automatically that we are meant to be leaders. Okay, here we go. Is there a paper? Okay, there's a paper over here. All right, y'all ready? All right, y'all listen up. Here's, you gotta do three things. Gotta do three things. Three things. All right, y'all ready? Number one, you gotta name your team. Come up with a name for your team. That's your team right there. That's your team right there. That's your team. That's your team. You gotta name your team. That's number one. All right. Hold on. I got two more things. Two more things. Y'all listen up. Number two. You must pick a leader. Pick a leader for the group. What that leader is going to do is going to be the spokesperson for that group. Pick a leader. A leader. Guess what? The leader of the group may not be the spokesperson of the group, the paper form, and for him to... Now, you're not just going to read, you're going to explain to us the rationale. You're going to tell us, how did y'all come up with these things? Why did y'all come up with these things? And how is it going to help this group here?
Help this group here?
Yes. Okay, go ahead.
First of all, good afternoon. The name of our group is Fantastic Five. We all came up with that name together. And the challenges of the church today, we found that the challenges in most churches today are getting everyone involved. Togetherness, hypocrisy, humility, and obeying. Now, I don't want to go through each one too slow. I'm going to try to go through pretty fast. Getting everyone involved. We have some people that come to church but don't want to be a part of the church. They like to just come. But we know as a church, we all have to be involved to help one another. It helps. Well, you being involved in the church actually helps you become a better leader. Togetherness. Togetherness, I'll put it like this. One finger can do no damage, but as a fist balled up, it's very strong. Hypocrisy. Don't say you do one thing and you act another way.
Say it again. What are your greatest challenges at Fellowship Baptist Church, at your home church? We say getting along with the people. Number one, we got to get along. When you welcome people in the church, you ought to be able to welcome them in and get along with them. And say it's two. Our number is two, but say, and how do you overcome them? And how do you become the best of God? It said by praying for them, continue to do God's will, being a good listener, praying and involving God in everything you do. Training, integrity, getting involved in tasks and performance, listening to the ideals.
It says, what are the challenges we talked about with Fellowship Baptist Church? And ladies and gentlemen, we came up with, first thing we say, the Christian brothers. That's who we are. The Christian brothers. Because we are what? Brothers in the house of the Lord. Now, we talked about coming together on one accord. In order to come together on one accord, we as Christian brothers have to be able to sit down and talk to each other to find out what direction we are planning to take fellowship in as trustees, as deacons, as well as our pastor, and as the members. Okay? Then we come down and say we can do this through prayer, which is the number one ultimate goal in God's house. Let me back up. All over the world. Then you got song. We can do a lot. You can do a lot. Just like Deacon Gunner said, when the ushers greet you in the morning. But guess what? When you get to singing, and that spirit can hit you, whether you on the choir stand, whether you on the podium, or whether you just in the audience.
Working together and I guess having love within the church. being responsible and patience. I mean that the people are not patient and not loving or not responsible. Those are some of the challenges that we face in our churches. And how we can overcome this is that we can show them love, and we can be patient ourselves, with these individuals who are not, who are not patient, who are not responsible. We can